Monica Thompson, once turned away from a luxury store because of her appearance, returns a year later, not as a customer, but as the company's new CEO. The very employee who dismissed her is left speechless as Monica calmly reveals her powerful new role. With grace and composure, she shows them that success is the best revenge, and the entire store falls silent, stunned by the unexpected turn of events. This is a story of triumph, resilience, and poetic justice that will leave you in awe. Watch to see how Monica's journey changes everything. But before we dive in, leave a comment and let us know where you are watching from today. And if this story speaks to you, hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories. Monica Thompson wasn't just any woman. She had worked her way from nothing, building a reputation in the corporate world as a sharp, ambitious businesswoman. With an impressive career in marketing and a portfolio of successful projects under her belt, she was on the cusp of a major deal that would change her life. But on one fateful afternoon, wearing casual clothes after a long workday, Monica decided to stop by an exclusive luxury store on her way home. She wasn't there to buy anything extravagant, just to browse and maybe treat herself to something nice. However, the moment she walked toward the entrance, a store employee blocked her path. "Excuse me, ma'am, but I don't think this is the place for you," the man said coldly, eyeing her up and down. His words were laced with condescension, and the disdain in his voice was unmistakable. Monica, taken aback, asked politely why she couldn't enter, only to be told, "We reserve the right to deny service to anyone. Please leave." As she looked around, she noticed other shoppers, predominantly wealthy and well-dressed, glancing at her, some with pity, others with judgment. Humiliated, Monica left the store in silence, the sting of their rejection still fresh in her mind. But as she walked away, one thought burned brightly in her mind: this isn't over. Monica wasn't one to let insults slide easily. She had faced countless obstacles as a black woman in the corporate world, and every time, she rose above them. This incident was no different, only this time, she had an idea that would turn the tables in her favor. A few weeks later, a major business opportunity came her way, a chance to acquire a luxury fashion company that was struggling. The company, as fate would have it, owned the very store that had denied her entry. Monica seized the opportunity without hesitation, negotiating tirelessly until she secured the deal. With the acquisition, Monica became the CEO of the entire fashion brand, and with it, the owner of the store that had once humiliated her. Exactly 1 year after the incident, Monica decided to return to the same store. This time, she was dressed in an elegant designer outfit, her confidence radiating as she stepped out of a sleek, black car. The same doorman who had turned her away stood at the entrance, but this time, he greeted her with a respectful nod, having no idea who she was. Inside, the store was just as she remembered, luxurious, grand, and filled with customers. She walked to the counter, where the same employee from last year stood. He didn't recognize her at first, but when she handed him her business card with the title CEO printed boldly beneath her name, his face went pale. The realization hit him like a freight train. "Ms. Thompson, I didn't realize," he stammered, but Monica cut him off with a calm but authoritative voice. "A year ago, you judged me based on how I looked," she said, locking eyes with him. "Today, I own this place." The store fell silent. Customers and staff alike turned to watch the unfolding scene, their faces a mix of surprise and awe. Monica didn't raise her voice or make a scene. She didn't need to. Her mere presence, and the truth she carried with her, was enough to leave everyone speechless. But before we get to this moment, let's go back to Monica's journey, the road that led her to this defining day. Monica Thompson was born and raised in a small, working-class neighborhood. From a young age, she was taught the value of hard work, resilience, and perseverance. Her parents, both factory workers, instilled in her the belief that nothing comes easy in life, especially for a black woman. She knew she'd have to work twice as hard to get half as far, and this mindset drove her to excel in everything she did. By the time she was in high school, Monica was already making waves. She graduated at the top of her class, earned a scholarship to a prestigious university, and majored in business administration with a focus on marketing. Her professors quickly recognized her talent and ambition, and upon graduation, Monica landed a position at one of the top marketing firms in the country. Despite her success, Monica faced her share of challenges. In the corporate world, she constantly had to prove herself. There were moments when her ideas were dismissed, not because they lacked merit, but because of who they came from. But Monica never let these obstacles deter her. Instead, she used them as fuel to climb higher, determined to break every glass ceiling that stood in her way. Years passed, and Monica's career skyrocketed. She became known for her innovative marketing strategies and her ability to turn struggling companies into success stories. Her reputation grew, and soon, she was on the radar of major corporations, all eager to bring her on board. But Monica wasn't just interested in working for someone else. She had her sights set on something bigger: ownership. It was during this period of her life, when she was on the verge of becoming a CEO, that the incident at the luxury store occurred. Monica, exhausted after a long day of meetings, had decided to treat herself to a small luxury, a designer handbag, perhaps, or a pair of shoes. Little did she know, this simple act of self-care would become a pivotal moment in her life. When the doorman refused her entry, it wasn't just about being denied access to a store. It was a reminder of the prejudice she had faced her entire life, prejudice that no amount of success or money could completely shield her from. The sting of rejection was deep, but Monica wasn't one to wallow in self-pity. Instead, she turned that moment into motivation. Monica had always believed that the best revenge wasn't about getting even, but about rising so high that those who doubted or mistreated you could no longer reach you. And that's exactly what she set out to do. When Monica learned that the parent company of the luxury store was in financial trouble, she saw an opportunity. The company, once a leader in high-end fashion, had been struggling for years due to poor management and an inability to adapt to modern trends. Monica, with her background in marketing and business strategy, knew she could turn things around. All she needed was the right deal. Monica worked tirelessly, negotiating terms, gathering investors, and formulating a plan to revitalize the brand. It wasn't an easy process. There were moments when the deal seemed like it would fall through, but Monica's determination never wavered. She had a vision, and she was determined to see it through. Finally, after months of hard work, Monica sealed the deal. She became the CEO of the fashion company, and with it, the owner of the luxury store that had once humiliated her. The irony wasn't lost on her, but Monica didn't dwell on it. She had bigger goals in mind. She was ready to make this brand a household name again. Exactly 1 year after the incident, Monica decided to return to the store. But this time, it wasn't just about walking through the doors she had once been denied entry to. It was about making a statement, not just to the staff who had mistreated her, but to anyone who had ever been judged or underestimated based on their appearance. As she stepped out of her car, dressed in a sleek designer outfit, Monica felt a sense of calm confidence wash over her. The doorman, the same one who had turned her away, greeted her with a respectful nod, completely unaware of who she was. Monica walked past him without a second glance, her head held high. Inside the store, everything was as it had been the year before, luxurious, opulent, and filled with wealthy shoppers. But this time, the atmosphere was different for Monica. She wasn't just another customer. She was the CEO, the one in charge. She approached the counter where the same employee from last year stood. He didn't recognize her at first, but when she handed him her business card, his face turned ashen. The words CEO beneath her name told him everything he needed to know. "Ms. Thompson, I didn't realize," he stammered, his eyes wide with shock. Monica's response was calm but firm. "A year ago, you judged me based on how I looked. Today, I own this place." The store fell into a stunned silence. Customers and staff alike turned to watch, their eyes wide with disbelief. Monica didn't need to raise her voice or make a scene. Her presence alone was enough to send a powerful message. Monica didn't return to the store to fire the employee or exact revenge. That wasn't her style. Instead, she wanted to teach a lesson, not just to him, but to everyone who worked there. Before leaving, she called the store manager and gave a simple instruction. "From now on, I expect every person who walks through these doors to be treated with respect, regardless of how they look." With that, she turned and left the store, leaving behind a room full of stunned faces. The employee who had once turned her away stood frozen, unable to comprehend what had just happened. Monica had turned a moment of humiliation into one of triumph, proving that the best way to overcome prejudice is not with anger, but with success. As Monica sat in the back of her car, heading to her next meeting, she allowed herself a small smile. She had risen above the judgment and discrimination she had faced, and in doing so, she had taken control of the narrative. The luxury store, once a symbol of exclusion, was now under her leadership, and it would never again turn anyone away based on their appearance. Monica Thompson's story is a reminder that no matter what obstacles we face, we have the power to rise above them. Success isn't just about reaching the top. It's about using that success to lift others up and make the world a better, more inclusive place.